Welcome to Bridge Innovate's virtual opening celebration. We wish you that you were all here with us in person, but thank you for joining today virtually. I'm Lee Whitener, CEO of Bridge Innovate, and thank you for attending. We're going to get started with a grand party. I hope you have your favorite beverage on hand and your computer on the other hand. It's going to get you interacting with us all throughout today's virtual tour. But first, in order to go into the studio, we've got to cut this big red ribbon. Are you ready? Let's do it. Here we go. We're officially open. I love it. Come on in. I haven't been drinking. Welcome to Bridge Innovate Studio here in Rossville, Georgia. We are so excited to open the 15,000 square foot design center that you see behind you. The Design Center covers many different aspects of capability that we're bringing to you now with the opening of the studio. We have innovation labs, 4 of them. In fact, we'll see a few of those today. The Design Center itself, a Foresight lab, and of course the Bridge Innovate corporate offices. So we'll cover all those today, but first, before we start the tour, a few people that we'd like to give a special thanks to. One is to all of you, our clients and friends. You've been such an inspiration to us as we go about launching this new venture for Bridge Innovate to complement our current consulting capability. And also to thank all of the leaders here in Walker County and Rossville, the Walker County Chamber of Commerce, the Walker County Community Leadership, the City of Rossville, and the Downtown Development Authority. They have given us such an extraordinary warm welcome. Thank you, all of you as leaders in this community. I'd like to also say a special thank you to Charles Whitener, who headed up the development of the studio and the build out. It was extraordinary, and he did a fabulous job. So thank you, Charles. Without further ado, we're going to get started with our tour. I'm going to take you on over to the living room and let you see the team that's with us today. So Mary Kim and Asa Matthews and Colin Young, and of course Kobe Wicken, who is, if you want to turn the camera around, is doing our camera today. So a toast to you guys. Well, we hope that you are toasting as well if you have your favorite beverage handy to go through the tour today. This is our living room. We greet our guests here, and we also enjoy some amazing sunsets being here in Rossville, Georgia on the 4th floor of the Western Electric Building. We look out to this wonderful view of the city of Rossville and the skyline of Lookout Mountain. It's extraordinary. This design center is set up to have lots of flexibility. We can accommodate design teams from as small as 8 to collaborative sessions of 50 to 60, or even a plenary session of up to 100 in this new design center space. When we began to build it out and look at what we wanted it to be, inspiration we gathered from all of you. Some of you came to our construction party to give us insight on that, and we did a bit of external research. In fact, a recent McKinsey study shows that 80% of the executives that they surveyed have identified that disruption is one of the biggest threats to their current business model, and they know that that is near. This type of studio where you can get off-site, bring your design team, bring your innovation teams in, will be a great enabler for dealing with and creating solutions for that type of disruption. In addition, we looked at different trends around internal innovation labs. Many of you, our clients, have launched those, and you're doing great work in your own environments, but they're still looking for, many of our clients are saying, we still need the special perspective of going off-site, and the design center here will be able to accommodate you for that. The other things that we gathered as inspiration was making sure that as we built out the space, that it was comfortable, pleasing, sort of took the stress away, and it maximized all the natural light. In fact, if you go just about anywhere in the studio, you have almost a 360-degree view of natural light, trees, which we hope the spring will come bring the leaves out soon, and of course the mountain view. So it's a beautiful place to be every day. We're going to start our tour with the innovation labs. Kobe will take us a look right down this hallway. We have 4 innovation labs available to our clients. I'm going to jump into one of them quickly and show you this first one here. This innovation lab is set up to accommodate 6 to 8 individuals. that can come in and work on collaboratively. You might reserve this space for a day. You might reserve it for a year. We're happy to have an intact team here come around you with either consulting and resources, or to leave you on your own to evolve your design and your solutions yourself. Each room is set up with technology that can be Airstreamed. It also has all the whiteboards for collaborative brainstorming. We also want to make sure that today, as you're participating in the program, that you remember that we have prizes today that we'll be giving away at the end of the program. We have up to $2,500 gift card for either virtual or in-person services for all of you who've joined us today to be in a drawing. And so someone today participating will win that gift certificate. We also have a special promotion going on for booking of the studio starting in this summer through the end of 2020. So if you reserve space starting in June to December, by April 1st, you're going to get an amazing discount on studio space rental for the rest of the year. So with that, I'd like to make sure that we also introduce our poll right now. So on a scale of 1 to 5, how important is collaborative innovations for the future of your organization? Collaborative innovation, if you were to think of 1 being not so important and 5 being extremely important, how would you rank collaborative innovation for the future of your organization? So if you guys could just start completing the poll now. 1 not so important, 5 being extremely important. We'll give it just a minute while you input your thoughts onto our poll. All right, so let's stop the poll now. Overall 5 being very important in terms of collaborative innovation. All right, so good. Well, we're on the right track. That gives me great comfort. So we're down here on the other end of the Innovation Lab wing. So Kevin, you could just show them that we were there at the ribbon cutting earlier. And now we're here at the other end of the Collaborative Innovation wing for our Innovation Labs. We're going to go into this one, give you another sneak peek. This Innovation Lab, again, each of them have their own distinctive design. Set up, this room is set up for, again, 6 to 8 individuals working on a collaborative project. Technology enabled, lots of whiteboard space, lots of windows to use Post-it notes and to collaborate with. In fact, Colin's here today to talk to us about how we can use an intact team connected to SprintBase, our online virtual technology, to connect teams from all around the world in solving design problems.
Thanks for that introduction, Jenny. Yes, so up here, this is just a quick snapshot of what's going on in SprintBase. This was a team that was trying to improve the airport experience from check-in to boarding. So they were able to meet together and convene in a virtual platform like Zoom and be able to go through and try and identify some creative solutions, get feedback, share that, iterate it, and help to develop a really cool solution. All something that could be done when geography and distance start to come into some challenges or some questions for you. So with that, I actually want to take us over and check in with Mary and have her share a little bit about the next space we have.
Great, thank you, Colin. Well, everyone, welcome to the Foresight Lab. Strategic foresight is the practice and capabilities of anticipating and planning for the future. So from many studies, I've heard that future prepared firms outperform others in profitability and growth. So with that in mind, we have equipped the space to be able to see the latest trends and test out different tools to help you not only see what's out there, but act on future opportunities. And we want our clients and guests to be inspired, which is why we like to post some of the trends that we are seeing that's interesting out there. So you are able to kind of flex your scanning capabilities to grow your future opportunities. So let's walk down a little bit more. This is a big space. We can accommodate about 30 to 40 people here comfortably. And just like any other space within our Bridge studio, it is fully equipped with technology so that you're able to work remotely with the meetings, conferencing, you call it, we can make it happen. So here are a couple of tools that I wanted to introduce you with Foresight. Of course, there are many more. Here's one that I like to use. You might be familiar with it as well. It's used in other practices as well, called pestle analysis. And we like to look at external influences that really impact what's happening in our organization and our business. And here are the 6 major categories that we would look into that. And I think especially a time where there's a lot of unknowns, uncertainty, it's critical for us to be continuously scanning for those factors that impact our business positively or negatively. And here's what the futures wheel. I really like this tool a lot. In some ways, I like to use this as I prepare to do scenario planning. So the cool thing is you're starting to plot out the first, second, even third, fourth degree order of implication and impact that's caused by change. As you know, one action can have a huge ripple effect. And I think this tool really helps you start to plan out what that scenario might look like in a future that may be probable or unexpected. So one of the things that we're doing to help you, your firm, prepare is that we are launching a program in August. It's a virtual Foresight Scouts program to help organizations build a sustainable competitive advantage by equipping your employees with the tools and expertise framework to anticipate the future and also plan for it. So those are the cool things that we're thinking about and doing in our space. And there's much more to see. And do you smell that? Smell something really delicious coming from our new cafe. Let's see what Jenny's up to.
Thanks, Mary. Yep. So we made cookies for you guys today here in the cafe. Couldn't have a design center and an innovation space without great availability of a big kitchen. We could do lots of cooking and catering to keep you nourished. So today we're going to be serving some fresh baked cookies right here. Mary's got us set up with chocolate chip and sugar cookies. I wish you were here, but just to tantalize you, I'm going to go ahead and take one of these chocolate chips with me for the rest of the tour. And when you're here in person, after we get past this crazy virus pandemic, we'll invite you all here for special cookies and beverages, and it'll be great fun. So let's continue on our tour into the Bridge Innovate corporate suite.
All right. Those cookies smell really good, Jenny. As we kind of step into this space over here, this is kind of the Bridge corporate suite, where we have quite a few office spaces where our team members, our capability partners from across the US as well as in the UK and other parts of the world can come in and kind of touch down and do some of their work here. As we go through, we like to really invite that collaboration as we're meeting with our teams. One of the other places that I want to point your attention to in just a minute is going to be our virtual learning lab. This is one of the areas where we can really dig into some of our virtual spaces and activities that we have. Things I want to highlight here are Foresight Scouts, where Mary talked a lot about using foresight to be able to think strategically. Another area is our vibrancy cohort. This is where we're able to convene lots of people to come up with new innovative strategies for their communities, whatever that looks like. We also had an opportunity to just recently have a virtual prototype review of our Bright Spark program. That involved over 30 US school teams where they came together and presented their prototypes as they were tackling a design challenge. It looks like Mary's actually in the virtual learning lab. Maybe she can tell us a little bit more about Bright Spark.
Thank you, Colin. So who'd like to learn about Bright Spark? So Bright Spark is our social innovation program founded by Bridge Innovate several years ago. And essentially, we are there to ignite creative confidence in students and educators. And just like we do with our corporate clients, we use design thinking as the foundation. Throughout the year, we provide different programs so that teachers and students can not only learn, but apply design thinking to real challenges. So just now we completed our design competition. We had our virtual student design awards, which was a lot of fun. So what we do is we work with amazing corporate, nonprofit organizations who are passionate about building future design thinkers. So if that's you, let us know. There are plenty of opportunities to not only engage with you, engage with students, but to get inspired by them. So that's a little bit about Bright Spark. Colin, continue on.
Thanks for that shout out for Brightspark. As we make our way back, we'll be able to see that there are quite a few more spaces that are utilized by our capability partners, different places where they can touch down, maybe step away from a design session, have a quick phone call, or even just sit down and do some of their working when they come here in person. Also want to call your attention here. This is our digital media lab. So this is a space where we're able to really dig into some of our physical and digital assets that we might be creating. This is where we can recreate and develop various types of recordings, maybe even graphic recording, as Jenny mentioned as well, but even some of the more maybe conventional or traditional graphical assets. This is the space where we really dig into that and use that to help add to your design efforts. With that, I want to turn your attention over to our den area. This is the space. It really serves as a combination of a conference room as well as a living room. This is a place where we can touch down as a team. We can sit and have a quick meeting, maybe grab a bite to eat, enjoy our time sitting down on our couches here, but also we can take a look at the view out our window. Now, it looks like we actually have Esther here, and she's been working away and doing some graphic recording for us while we've been talking. So she's been recording the conversation that we've been up to, this opening event, and she's just going to show us how we can utilize graphic recording even in something really quick in the time that we have here, capturing some of those key elements and those highlights from a session to really pull out those significant areas to remember when you reflect back on what did we talk about, what were the things we learned. This is a great tool to be able to use that. So Esther, this looks really great. Thanks for pulling this together. I'm going to actually take us over to continue our exploration of the studio, and we'll jump over if you want to hop off your screen share so we can take a look at our next spot over here. So one of the other things that we're really excited about here is this is actually a painting that was created by, I believe his name was David Riley over here. This is called Aware, but we really want to kind of open up to you guys as our participants in our opening. We would love to get your thoughts on what should we call our wolf here. And we invite you to use the chat, type in, and let us know. We'll be monitoring the chat and can see those responses in. Maybe type in some things and let us know what names you're thinking of. What should we call this wolf here? Remember, this is the den. This really served as an inspiration for us, and that's how connecting this wolf in to the space that we have here. Ooh, so I'm seeing Sharp Sight. That's a great name. Thanks, Tamara Gatchell, for that. Patrick Miles is saying we should call the wolf Bob. As we go through, any other quick thoughts, any other ideas or names for us to be able to chat and go for? Okay. Oh, we say Wolfie Wolferton from Karen. Okay, In a Wolf, Spark. That sounds great. Awesome. So with that, thank you guys for some of your quick ideas, some names that we can be able to take in. I'm going to actually take us over and we'll catch up with Mary as she can kind of dig into maybe some of the core team offices and tell us a little bit more about where we work as well.
Great. Welcome to my office. I'm excited to share with you what our offices look like in our corporate Bridge office. So here you get to see the amazing view of downtown Rossville, as well as Lookout Mountain being our backdrop. So Rossville is one of the communities that participated in our community vibrancy program a few years ago. So from the framework and expertise we gained from over the years working with communities across the US, we actually developed a 14-week virtual vibrancy strategy program for creative placemaking. So we run it as a cohort style. And the program is powered by SprintBase, which you saw Colin show a snippet of what that looks like, the online design thinking platform. And what we do is we have a blended approach of virtual workshops, coaching sessions, peer learnings, guided reflection, as well as team assignments to help these communities thrive. So those are some of the things that we've been working on. So I'm going to walk you over to show you my favorite part of the Bridge Studio. Last but not least, right? So let's see what Jenny's up to in the Design Center.
Hey, welcome back. So you guys made it on the tour through the Bridge Innovate corporate suite. And thank you for coming back. One of the things I want to make sure that you know you were engaged here with the Bridge Studio is that different from our previous location, you can actually rent the Design Center all on your own without us. But if you need us, we're just through the glass doors and over there to help. So it gives us a great combination for you to work independently or collaboratively with us, however that works best. This design studio is set up for great flexibility. Right now it's set to accommodate 50, or we can change it again, as I said, to accommodate up to 100. Oh wait, it's so big that you can actually ride a bicycle through the design center. And as you see Colin going through the design center, you'll see that each of the areas are set up for breakout rooms already, so that when you present a challenge to your design team, there's plenty of breakout space for them to break into smaller teams and to come up with innovative solutions. So completely set for you and ready to go. So let's just walk through the design center. There are a couple of things I want to ask Asa to do. Is he'll bring up our remote consulting team that is also joining us today. So if you look over here on the video wall, one of the things that we've also done at the studio is to equip it with state-of-the-art technology, a big video wall, as well as remote TVs that we can pull in and out of any meeting space. So today, joining us from the New York, New Jersey area are Tamer Gatchell and Esther Hart. Also from Atlanta, Debbie Maslia and Kristen Lottie Bryant, some of our consulting team throughout the US, and of course, Tabitha Kapik here right in our hometown at Lookout Mountain, Georgia. So we are thankful for both our team here in Rossville and our consultants all around the US and in the world that actually bring great solutions to you. So let's go on over. We're almost close on time, but we can't finish without a great toast to you, our clients. I hope, again, you brought your favorite beverage to today's party. So a special toast to all of you that through collaboration, through collective wisdom, that this world can accomplish most anything through creative capacity. We want to toast you. Thanks for joining us on the innovation journey to tackling complexity. We're facing it now, and we just encourage all of you to bring forth all your best ideas to tackle all the challenges that we're facing with the virus and with our organizations and with our people. So here's to great prosperity and good health into the future. Big toast to you. Cheers. Thanks. I hope you were joining us with that, with your favorite beverage. So we're going to jump over and just wrap up today's event and do our drawing. So as we remember and just kind of recap for the Bridge Innovate Studio, we have lots of availability with in-person space. I know that you're not able to join us right now for that, but hopefully by the time the summer gets here, you'll want to book your design teams or a special meeting here in the studio, whether it's for a small team of 6 to 8 in the Innovation Lab or a larger group of 20, 30, 40, or even up to 100 people. We would love to have you. In addition, our virtual services are available for you now. Using Zoom technology, we can accommodate meetings up to 500 people. And using SprintBase, we can launch virtual design sprints from anywhere in the world. So we are not stopping, as you can tell, with our virtual ribbon cutting. We wish you were here to give you a big hug and a handshake, but business goes on and celebrations continue. So in fact, with that in mind, I'm going to ask Colin to come over and do our drawing for today's gift certificate of up to $2,500 in services for both either virtual or in-person services. And our winner is, here we see, drum roll please. Oh, this is too funny. John McKay from Branch Technologies. I love it. That's great. We know John well. That's exciting. So John, I'm looking forward to you bringing Branch over, one of the leading innovation capabilities here in the Chattanooga region, doing extraordinary things. So Esther, we want to see Esther's work. So I'm going to actually ask Kobe to pull her back up on the big screen and see the virtual recording that's been captured today. And let's see what we've got. There you have it, a virtual graphic recording made by Esther Hart. She's fabulous. So I'll let Kobe actually show the screen. Is everybody seeing that? So one of the things that we know about graphic recording, if you're new to that when you do it live, or even you can do it asynchronously. We've created, Esther's done all kind of amazing work creating graphic recordings for live meetings, or even interviewing executives to put together inclusion and diversity game boards or banners or flyers, even paintings for certain team events. So let's see if we can hear from Esther. I don't know if we'll get her unmuted. Give us some input about today's graphic recording and anything you'd like to share with the group.
Yeah, graphic recording is great. It's a unique way to engage people, draw people in, make things feel more collaborative and creative. So, and it's fun to be able to now offer it virtually too, so I can do it from anywhere.
All right, thank you, Esther. So I want to just invite the Bridge team, and we want to wish you great health and happiness in the days ahead. And thanks for joining our virtual grand opening. Woo! Stay safe. Bye, everybody.